We all say things like, I need to save more money, or I'm going to go to the gym this summer and become like The Rock. But quite often we say these things without actually actioning them. So if you actually want to save money, then you're in the right place, because today I'm going to teach you 6 money saving tips which you can use to reduce your spending. Hello and welcome to Max Talks, where every Sunday I make videos to help you get to where you want to be. Tip number 1 is to use charity shops. For me, this is a no-brainer because so many people go and buy something new which costs a load of money, when in reality you could probably get it for so much cheaper at a charity shop, and it's a win-win because not only are you getting it cheaper, you're also contributing to the good work of a local charity. So, I mean, go down to your local high street, see what charity shops are available, and to be honest, you'll probably find some like designer stuff there. So if you're really into clothes, or like you want some toys and you don't want to break the bank, definitely look into charity shops. And also that goes with car boot sales as well. So I don't know if they have them, I'm sure they have them in kind of other parts of the world as well. But in the UK, people sell junk that they've got lying around in their house from their car. And quite often you can get bargains. You can get old CDs, DVDs, books for like 50p, really, really cheap. So that can be a great place to look if you're looking for a bargain. Number 2 is to use own brand. So by own brand, I mean like supermarket own brand. So with a lot of these products and stuff, the branded products will be made in the same factory as the own brand. So as an example, if you were to get Heinz tomato ketchup, quite often the own supermarket that you're in will have their own version, which is a lot cheaper and tastes very, very similar. There's a lot of tests you can see on YouTube where people kind of test the own brand versus the branded, and quite often they can't even tell the difference. So test it out. You might find that there's some which you stick to your branded ones because you prefer those, but that could be a really good way of saving money, because even if you kind of save £1 or £2 on that, if it's a repeat purchase, that's going to add up into your savings over a long period of time. Number 3 is bartering. You might think of bartering as something which only happens on a market store where you're haggling down for the price. But in reality, bartering is such a great tool to practice because it can save you money. This is particularly essential if you're making a massive purchase. So say if you're getting like a big TV or a car, quite often you can kind of negotiate the price down from what it was. Ultimately, at the end of the day, think of it from a salesman's perspective. The business or the salesperson wants to make the sale. They want to get the commission from that sale. And you can use this to your advantage by trying to negotiate the price down. Quite often, these salespeople will have a minimum price that they're willing to sell it for. Don't just think because it's listed as a certain price that that's the price that you have to pay. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that this works in every context, because if you go to the supermarket, you can't just go, I'm only going to pay 50p for that £1 product, because in supermarkets it doesn't really work. It works better if you're making a big purchase like at a car dealership or something along those lines, where you've got a big item and you could probably get a bit of a reduction. Now, if you want to see a separate video on kind of negotiation, then by all means, I'm happy to do that. Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're there, why not leave a like rating? Turn that little thumbs up button blue for me. Did you do it? Thank you very much. Let's move on to number 4 then, which is wholesale. So a lot of different wholesalers will offer big quantities of products and things that you would buy every day for a discount. But quite often these are only available to people with memberships. This doesn't mean that I'm saying to take advantage of all your friends and family that have like Costco memberships or anything like that. But what I am saying is that you can use those wherever possible. It doesn't mean that you have to kind of only go to your friends who have Costco memberships and say,
oh, can you take me to Costco? I really need to use your membership.
Because clearly that's not a great way to keep communication with your families. But wherever it is possible, you may as well use it, especially for the big like bulk purchases like toilet roll or deodorant or toiletries and things like that. If you have that available to you, definitely take advantage. Number 5 is timing the supermarket. So again, I'm not sure how wide this goes, but definitely in the UK, in most supermarkets, they'll have like a reduced section where there'll be lots of food which is short on date and is going to expire soon. And so the price is dramatically reduced. Now, quite often they will have a very specific time period in which this food is reduced. If you can figure out which time this happens at, you can go to the supermarket, to the reduced aisle at that particular time and see if there's anything that you want. Now, quite often you can get some absolute bargain reductions. I've seen people get things for like 5 or 6 pence, which are worth a few pounds. And especially if you can kind of freeze it afterwards as well, that is an excellent way. And if you take advantage of that on a regular basis, that can be a great way to dramatically reduce the cost of your supermarket shop. It obviously takes a bit of time to get to know the individual supermarket, since it will be different store by store. But if you go back over a period of time, you should be able to kind of notice some patterns and work out when that actually happens, and then you can go in there for that time. And then the final tip, tip number 6, is freebies, coupons and reward schemes. So I did a video not too long ago about money saving tips, which I covered reward schemes in, so you can check that out up there for more information about that. But you may or may not have seen the TV show Extreme Couponing, and I'm not gonna lie, every time I watch this show, it's absolutely mind-blowing, because these guys spend their life looking for coupons and to get some savings and reductions. And I've seen people stockpile huge amounts of random products. Like they have cat food and dog food, and they don't even have cats and dogs, but they do it because they've got coupons for it. I've seen 1 or 2 where they actually got the supermarket to pay them money for like a $300 shop. Now these are mostly in America, and maybe these have been phased out now because people have taken it to such an extreme. But even in the UK or wherever you are, see if you can find some coupons, especially with the things that you kind of buy on a regular basis. You could probably look in magazines, newspapers, even coupon websites. See if there's some things that you can find which will allow you to cut a bit of money off your spend. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you've enjoyed. Just a quick couple of points before I go. If you're into online shopping, then another YouTuber called I'm Davis has made a really good video on some money saving tips for online shopping. So I'll leave that in the annotation up there so you can check that out. I hope that this video has been useful. If you found it useful, please leave a like rating. Leave a comment below with I'm basically Bill Gates if you made it this far. And also, if you want some more kind of money saving tips and you haven't got enough of me yet, I've done a couple of podcasts on the Andrew Lopez Finance podcast channel, so you can check out that again in the annotation up there. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. If you're on it, imagine forgetting to ask you to subscribe in your own outro. Anyway, if you did enjoy, please subscribe for new content every single Sunday. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notification every time I upload, and I'll see you next Sunday.